You talk about Modele and Biodun as they. It's one unit.
Yeah. So, the naive me, like some 4, maybe even 3 years ago, or maybe say 2 years ago, would refer to them as they in this sense, because I would think, oh, maybe she's not in on these things, or maybe she doesn't know, but I think that I have had a lot of personal encounters with them both, enough to know that they kind of are a unit. I don't think that she's unaware. I don't think she's unaware. As a matter of fact, I'm willing to bet money on the fact that she's not unaware. She's, I don't think it's a coincidence that she was the one who pulled me in. Of course, it took me a lot of time to realize that all that time it was grooming. I didn't know that that's what it was. I wish I knew that that's what it was. I mean, I'm not even proud to say that that's what it was, but that's what it was, yeah. But she is the one who made that happen. Because if that came from him, it would probably have raised maybe a more red flag earlier on than it would have if it came from her. And I think there's a pattern there. If you ask me, I think there's a pattern there, because I think it's easier for me as a woman to feel more comfortable if you, as another woman, grant me access to your home. Yeah, because I also think that the idea to use, the kids, to use being a part of, their person, being having access to their personal space and their kids, was also a deliberate attempt, because nothing says I trust you like you can watch my kids. I mean, if I can watch your kids, then you must really trust me. And what that says also is I trust that you trust me. So I kind of even give you trust without thinking that you need to earn it. It just naturally happens, because I mean, there's nothing that says, oh, I feel comfortable with you. I feel like I'm safe with you. They, like I said, they do not give anyone access to their kids. They don't give anyone access to their kids. So I think that the mind, the subtle, mind game is, sometimes it's subtle, but it's all there, like the delivery, just making sure that everything that you're surrounded with speaks to you in a way that they probably don't have to verbalize. Yeah.
And so, and what's remarkable about this is I did have a conversation with another survivor,
Okay.
Busola Dakolo. And what's striking for me, and this is not even objective, is qualitatively, I do remember, how affectionately she spoke about Shindara, who is I think their first child.
I think they're amazing.
Yes, and and I'm sorry, I apologize to Shindara that because they brought the kids into this story, So, but then I remember she would speak even up until that moment. She would speak about these kids with affection.
I'll tell you that one of the hardest things that I have to do at this interview is talk about those kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's bearing in mind what I've had to go through.
Even after what you've had to go through,
Yeah.
You're still thinking about these kids.
Yeah, because I don't think that anyone deserves to have to be introduced to something like this when you didn't ask for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I mean, I'm not surprised that, she would talk about Shindara with such affection. I'm not. They are amazing. Their kids are amazing. That's what I would say. Yeah.
Okay, so when the second part of it is for me that apart from the kids part of it, it's also the idea that also when Busola spoke with me, Busola mentioned that same pattern of inviting young women in the church to come, and this was in Ilorin, not Abuja, and this was at the beginning of the church, to come over to the house and help with stuff. It's chillingly similar.
Okay.
And Busola wasn't certain, because again, at this time, she was 16 or 17.
Yeah.
If Modele knew or didn't know.
Okay.
But she said, you know, I think she had to have known, because she invited me to the house to help.
Yeah.
You know, he came to demand that I come sleep in the other room. And so it's chilling how similar this is.
Yeah.
Based on what you're saying, this must have happened to other girls, other women, women, you know, because Busola was a child at the time, but you were an adult, but it's the same pattern.
Yeah.
Did you know of other people that did you hear?
Okay, so the first time that I ever heard anything about him was S.A. Walter. I mean, we all heard it about S.A. Walter. And I remember that morning, because I had woken up and I was going to dress up for work, and I picked my phone and I saw it. And the first thing that came to my head was, oh my God, what is this? Like, I was just shocked. I was trying to understand what was going on. And I remember that I shut it down maybe 30 minutes after. Like, I tried to understand it, and it didn't make any sense to me at the time. I was like, no, that's not possible. No, that's not possible. This just has to be one of those things. I don't know why this person is doing this, but yeah. So that was the first time that happened. And of course, we all were aware of how that situation was handled. Then, at the time when Essay's case came up, I had not started working with them full time. I was just a member who was a worker. So, I mean, I still had my day job, and then I would go to church there. But I think that this is a good time to say that an average COSA member adores Biodo Fatoyinbo. That place gives you a false sense of superiority. They pump you up to feel like you're not like everybody else. And even though, of course, you're not like everybody else, but in the sense, not in that sense, but in the sense of, you know, there's a lot of undertones that help you build that form of confidence in, this is a tribe, and it is us, you know, it is us, and everybody else is just trying to get us. So even though nobody's trying to tell you that, oh, they're trying to get us, you just start to get that idea from, you know, the things that are said, from the things that are done. Sometimes, in an average service, you probably celebrate Biodo more than you celebrate God. Yeah. There's probably more celebration for him than there is for God, because at every point you're celebrating. Yeah, so it's only a matter of time before you do that, before someone's image rises up in a way that you don't even have to deliberately command it. It just happens. You go there every day, you go there every other day, or like twice a week as a member. But as a worker, you go there almost every day, which is why you find out that people are quick to jump to their defense. People are quick to, you know, say anything. People are quick to fight. They're quick to, you know, just do anything because of how much, you know.
It's an us versus them.
Thank you.
Kind of, yes.
Thank you. That place also isolates you. Like, it shuts you out. It shuts you in. It gives you that feeling like the world, I don't need the world. All I need is these people, this tribe of people. Yeah, so it's really subtle. When you're in it, you don't even know. Yeah. So imagine 3,000 people, or I don't know how many they are right now, but imagine 3,000 people feeding off each other, being friends with each other on social media, because that's what happens. You're all friends. You follow each other on social media. You do business with each other. It's only a matter of time before you start to recycle the same thought process. It's only a matter of time before you all start to think alike. So I think that also helps with the us versus them. Yeah.
This is very scary. Because what you are describing...
It's a cult. Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, I mean, yes. That's exactly what I'm describing. That's exactly.